We're here in Pilot Point, Texas at Chad and Susie Chance's home of Hoof Watch, and we're making a shoe today from the individual for Las Vegas where James Findler and Ian Ritchie will be our judges. We are making a Heartbar shoe, and it's made out of 19 inches of 3/8 by 1, 5 7/8 by 6 1/4. It's punched for 6 E5s, fullered with a rolled toe, a softened up toe, and the frog plate is 1 5/8, a little over 1 5/8 from the tip to the inside of the web. All right, we're making a Heartbar out of 19 inches of steel, and I'm gonna put my mark, the only mark I'm gonna put on it is 5 inches from one end. And that's gonna be probably straight in the very back of my Heartbar. So that's gonna be the center point of the shoe. I'm gonna turn this up at a 90. I'm gonna bump it first so I get some material in here. And then I'll turn it at a 90 and fold it back on itself. What I want is, you can see I start to get a little bit of pucker all the way up there. That's gonna make it to where when I turn my 90, it doesn't get skinnier on me. And that's what I'm looking for, really. You can see it starts to bell out around that corner, and now I'll have plenty of material to make my frog plate. It's best to pull it back towards you. This is going to be my scarf. Then just kind of, that pushes that up. And then I drive this down. And then I can drive this back in there. All that did was make sure that my corner's not stretched. All right, I'm just gonna hold it here and hit the center. And that way the side I hit will grow. So if I'm hitting this side, it's constantly growing on this side. Again, you can slide it back underneath. And just watch, if I hit this, I'm putting into the corner. Because I want to have it go, I don't want to have this scarf be over any of the weakness. I want to have it past that so this scarf is nice and tidy down here. And then take the heel of my hammer and just push that in. I'm just going to get my seams all put together. Get those all nice and locked together. Come in here, just get all that put together. Come up here at an angle and get this back all put together. And then that way, I got lots of material. Now it's just We'll come over the horn loose. Don't do it right at the corner, because it'll end up just really pulling on it. Then you push and push into that corner. I'm just going to hold it right out here on the tip. I'm just going to widen my shoe a little bit on this inside edge. It's going to pucker on the inside edge, so might as well just widen it before it puckers. And then that way I got a little bit of material in my toe. Try to make your toe bend as normal as you would if you just had an open-heeled shoe. I'm just going to go right off the widest part, and I'm going to just sneak it on all the way around in there. I'm going to do a little bit more bend in here. Now you can watch how whenever I put this corner down a little bit, how it'll bring my toe over. And then I want a half a shoe. Now I'm just going to pull, and that's upsetting back into the corner. See, what I'm doing is I got to get this tight, because otherwise I got too much material in that back joint. So I'm just on this side, it's way easy to have too much, so I'm just going to remove some more before I scarf it. I can push this side down, and then I can also push this quarter in. That makes the other side way longer. And so then I've got a lot of material right here, but that we can get rid of that. I just want to have my frog plate pointing towards the center and both the branches coming in at the same angle. Now we're ready for welding. Getting right here on these ends. And then from the widest part here, I'm going to go on up to the toe. Kind of feather in the toe. Knocking all the nastiness off, and then just coming in and flattening up. Got my shoe pretty much balanced up the best I'm going to do. So now I got my line, and I'm going to go from there. Go from broke and mark my fuller in from there on out. Fuller that other side. I'll hem it. Go over the widest part. Hit that frog plate out of the way. And I mark these with the other nail hole just so get my spacing just right. All right, I'm right here. I'm just flattening it out on the back side. That pushes material out. And if you leave the slag on it, it lets you see the line. So now I'm just going to come in here and put that line in there. You can see from the slag busting off, you can see where it creates that line. Just overlapping blows, kind of drifting into the fuller and coming around. The more the merrier. You don't want to just smack that in there. See, I've got that line there. I'm going to just come and push right on that outer edge, and that's gonna really crispen up that line there. Then you can see it makes a nice clean line. Just getting it to flow a little bit. It up the best I can. This really irons out. Gives me a little bit of size. Open up my fullering. We pretty much got her done.